Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at Ozymandias. This is a turn-based strategy game being developed by Secret Games Company and published by Goblins Publishing and IndieArc, who are sponsoring this video. This game is out today on Steam. Of course, I'll have links down below, October 11th here. And I think the best way of describing this game is, it's a civilization, sort of this ancient era or classical era. We take an empire and expand them across the map, turn-based style. But it has a very, almost like a board game feel to it, where it's a much quicker pace than something like a civilization or like a normal 4X game. You can play a whole game in 45 minutes to an hour or so. It does have single player, has multiplayer in there, asynchronous multiplayer, and it also has a campaign as well. To see the game today, we're going to check out single player game. I did play a demo of this about a year ago or so, and we played on the Near East map. I think I played as Assyria. We played against, we battled against like Babylon and the Hittites and all that. They are all in each of these maps. Each map has its appropriate civs for a time period. And one of the maps that I saw in the demo was this Mediterranean one. We weren't allowed to play with it with a demo. I was looking forward to playing with it, and it's there now, so we're going to try it out. So I'll do my best to explain the rules here. It's actually pretty simple as far as what all is involved in the rules, but we begin by choosing our empire. We can be the Britons, for instance. This is a very difficult start here. We're kind of stuck up here in the corner. We can start out, Egypt, Carthage, Gauls here, the Germans, Mycenaeans, Cimmerians, Hittites, Scythians, and Babylon is all here. I think we'll start off with, let's go with Britons. It's a very hard start. In the shadow of Stonehenge, the Britons offer up blood and death to ageless gods. This is not a very wise start to be starting on, but it's fine. We'll see how it goes. We have different difficulties we can do, which you can see what it does as far as making it more difficult. I will explain what all these things mean as we start here. We'll go into scholar mode, though, and get to turn one. So the goal of the game is to kind of expand out on these hexes using food. Our four resources are our science, money, food, and power. And by using these resources, we can expand our borders out and then hopefully conquer some of their borders and eventually conquer their towns. We can build new towns if we want for more money and more resources and all that kind of stuff. On each turn, we can spend these resources doing various things. So basically, the early game is conquering stuff. We can conquer, for instance, I can expand my hex out here into this grassland. It's going to cost me 4 food to do that. You can see the modifiers there. If I, for instance, want to spend some of my tech is all used in making things either cheaper or making resources, making the tiles, the biomes, give you more stuff. I could spend some tech, for instance, to get 1 more science per grassland that I own. Or I could spend 30 to get 1 more science per hills. That's what all this is about. There is these over here where as we expand, I'm expanding a lot into the sea here. So by spending 5 science, it's going to make it 1 less food to expand into the sea. That seems like a reasonable thing. There's a lot of sea around. Let's do that. We're going to spend actually quite a bit here and grab that. And I'm going to put 1 in the grasslands here because this is all grasslands. Grasslands and river is nearby. So I'll do that. And I'll do that next turn. And we'll do that. And we'll do, another 1 in here. There we go. So my science has been spent. So now we'll expand a bit. That's only cost me 1 food for that. So we'll grab that one. We got hills, and we got all the sea stuff. Now, by owning these tiles, you'll see here we start with some things already. So grassland we already start with. So we already have 1 money per turn for every grassland we have. We have 2 grasslands right now. We're getting 2 money per turn. This is island, which I think is, these here. There's one right there, too. Sea is, of course, a big one. It's expensive, though. So I think our best idea is to try to... You kind of want to stick with 1 terrain. That's why Egypt and Carthage are easier starts, because they're all deserts, so you just focus on deserts. Britain, we're a little bit of everything else. So let's go ahead and just expand what we can. The early game, from what I've figured out in this so far, is grab as much land as you can. Expand as much as you can. So we're going to expand as much as we can. And we've got money here. The basically taxes coming in. We're putting all of our tax money into getting more food every turn so we can expand more. Power, we will talk about when we get to power. It'll take a little bit to get to power. Once we start getting slant into the other countries, the other civs. Then we'll see where power comes in. But you can see all the other empires did all what I just did there by expanding out here. We'll talk about the goal of the game and the victory conditions in just a second. But every turn, we get a new opportunity, a new card here, which is sort of like a little bonus. We can take this one where we get a free ocean claim. This one we get a free, we get 2 food for every grassland we have. That's actually not a bad idea. I'm gonna take that one. And so we'll go over here and we will spend it right now and get 8 free food for that. Now victory conditions. So the goal is to get 7 crowns. I'm pretty sure this is adjustable. So for instance, we get 5 armies. We get a crown. We get 18 power technologies. I'll show that in a second. We get 3 crowns. And that's where these come in. Also, some of these cards that we got, we'll get tech as well. These are power techs over here. And again, we'll talk about power when we get to it. But not yet. Not yet. We can build extra towns here. And by having more towns, you can see we're getting 2 science for every population. We got 1 population in there. We get 2 science and 1 money. And we're spending 1 food for our population there. They also factor into power, but we'll talk about power when we get to it. Let's grab that grassland tile. And I'm going to grab the forest because I want to kind of box these guys in. I'm going to take the water and another water. I would really like to get some science into water because these water tiles are kind of wasteful, not doing much good. I'm not getting anything from these. I am getting stuff from the grasslands. I'm getting, well, $4. 4 grasslands, $4, and 4 food. For 25 science, I can get another extra science from them. Okay, let's pass the turn. And we're going to do as much expanding as we possibly can. I'm going to spend all my money on food and see if I can grow. We claim this one, we get a free hill, which we could do there. This one will give us 4 science per C. I got some C. There we go. I'll take it. Science. That makes C even cheaper to grab, which doesn't do me much good. Power, I'll talk about it later. 5 grasslands. So it's going to be 5 science per turn by taking this. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Sure. I do want an army. Army's going to cost me $32 or 48 for a navy. And that's going to help me expand use my power that we'll talk about in a minute to expand my stuff, my borders. And I think I would like to take these sea bits, but they don't do me any good. We'll take the river. Do I have any river tech? I do. I'm getting 2 food for each river that I have. So yeah, we'll take that as well. So they're all slowly growing out. The further from each town we have, the more expensive it is to expand this stuff. If we build a city on a grassland, we get a free tech. We can just get a free forest grab. Build a city on a grassland. We could do that. Right there, I guess. Yeah. You know what? Let's build a town. If we can. Towns are kind of expensive, so that's one there. We can put one there. We can't put them. We can't put them on the edge of our borders, which is why I can't put one like here. These guys are kind of growing over here. Do I have any forest tech? I do. I get 1 of those. There is a kind of like a corruption thing in here, if you want to think of it that way. I got 14 knowledge right now, and 25%. I'm losing 25% every turn. So it's a good idea to just spend it. Or I can spend some money to lower that percentage. And everything does that. I lose food, I lose all that. So at the end of this turn, I'll have 9. Well, I'll have 19 next turn, but I'll have 9 plus what I gain. So it's a good idea to expand. I do have some good hill tech, so I'm going to take... Take that hill. I should have spent the rest of my food buying those sea tiles. Get research 10 flag techs. We get all kinds of stuff. Build a city on a river. We get a that's good. That's good. I want to do that because there's a good spot right here. I need 3 more food and we'll have it. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna take both of these. Like that. And then we got... I can spend... By the time the game starts filling up, which this map is pretty crowded, so there's not a lot of expansion going on, these flag techs don't really do a ton of good, because everything gets taken real quick. So they're not the best thing. Power, of course, will come in very, very important later on. Right now, it's not a big deal. I'm actually going to... it's not really wise to save stuff, because it gets thrown in the trash, basically. But... I'll have 16 food next turn. I need more food. I can't really get any. Let's put... I don't want to just... Well, if we save it... What are we going to have next turn? We'll have 24 next turn, which then we can put into something a little more useful like that. Yeah, so we'll save it. We'll save it. Okay, some folks are starting to run together. There's some running together right there. 5 flags in one turn. We get a free flag tech. We get 3... Yeah, we'll grab that one. And we'll go ahead and take that. Okay, money. Okay, I got 24 now. We can go and buy this. So we're going to get 3 science per turn because we got 3 rivers. It's probably the best thing to be grabbing right now. So, power. Let's talk about power. It's probably best to talk about when we start getting military units out there. But it's sort of a... depending on where you put your tech, like having power and having just overall power, whoever has the most wins, basically. When we have armies, you'll see these numbers out there, which will be a lot easier to describe what power does when we get to that point. So I'll do that when we get to that point. I really need to spend this... What does Hill Tech give me? It gives me... I'll get a science and a money. I think we're going to save 1 turn, which is a waste, I know, but it will get me... I don't know if it's a good idea, though. It'll get me a city. Right there, I guess. I gotta take this. I can't not take that. Are we still gonna have 20 next turn? We'll have 24. I need 20 to grab that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. It's a cheap one. Right now, there's not a whole lot going on. There's no armies out there. It's just expansion time. 3 flags on the T gets us all... on the C, we get us all C flag techs. We'll get 10 science per town. Yeah, you know what? Because we're about to build another town. Right there. We got a city on a river. We get a free tech for my rivers, which is right here. I would like an extra food per river. That's an expensive tech. There we go. I don't have a lot of rivers. There's one right there. We get an army at 32. So let's get that. I'm actually build a navy first. I'll probably build a navy first. I've only got 3 foods. So we can't do much. So we're just going to pass a turn. Lots of turn passing early on here. There's some... if these are equal, nothing happens. These guys had some extra power, so they took that one. Build a city 5 spaces away, or just claim the free stuff. Okay, now that I have 2 towns, I'm going to do that next turn, or last turn. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take that one. And we still want to build a grassland city, which I cannot do. I'm going to go ahead and take those. With my 49 tech, we can get an extra food per... We can get 5 extra food per turn. It takes 100. I got 7 C spots, though. I'm kind of stuck here. We actually can't go around Iberia here. Let's... 1 food per grassland tile. That sounds like a plan. Or we could start putting some things into power and plan on an army. I think this early on. I think I should put my money in the growing early on, and then we conquer. We're on the most difficult one here. I probably shouldn't have done that. City on hills, all sea yield techs. I don't care about that. Okay, they won that one because they have power. We can expand this town 1 notch. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Take that. Let's get a sea power. go. So now, you can see I have one power. I have a sea power and they have a sea power. So it's evenly matched over here. We have a navy and I will start pushing back on that stuff. Oh, they built an army. Okay, so it's time for me to build an army. On top of Oracle. Spend 30 bucks. We might get a lot of science. Grow all my cities in one turn. That might be possible. They have an army, so we need to get an army. It's going to cost me 32. So we're going to have to go in. Oy. We need an army. Okay, that's a science per hill. 4 more science per turn. I can grow my capital here. Or I can take these worthless sea tiles. They won't be worthless if I can get an army or something over there. There we go. So now we'll start to see some squiggly lines here, and I'll explain that. Double my wealth yield. Reduces the waste, which is that one over there. That I'll show it. All forest yield techs. No, I don't care about those. So this would lower one of these. So, oh, actually, I have more power than they do. So never mind. Nothing's actually going on over here. So these guys are actually pretty weak. Next turn, we can have an army. We'll build one. Next turn. Yeah, next turn we'll get an army. We will 2 science. You know, there's a lot of fighting here. Like, there's a river fight, so we'll take the power in the river. Just to help where we're going to be fighting here. Now we got some armies getting spread out here. Really scales pretty mightily as time goes on. 1 turn, complete 2 opportunities. Double my knowledge yield. I'm not going to do any of these things. I don't know if I'm going to get... I don't know, maybe. Okay, it's army time. So, let's build an army. We're going to set them in right... I think right... there? Now, you can see that we are holding them back. We are not conquering anything. Just yet. If we had the tech to, like, take grasslands like that... Now you should be able to see that we now are 2 there. We were 1 there before. Now we're 2 there. So, didn't do much good, but it will do good eventually. It might be better if I put these guys over... So he affects every square around him. Might even be able to... He's pretty weak. Like, if we were, like, right there... I wonder if we would actually be able to take this. Cost 3 food to move him. Let's see what happens. I should have just looked at his power. Blue doesn't have any armies yet. So, okay, now I'll show you that in seconds. Conquer a plain space. We're going to do that. So take that one. Forget the city on a hill. That's actually a river. So now, I have 2 power. They have 1. So I'm going to push them back. They don't lose their army. It just gets pushed back. If I wanted to start putting more money into my army, then I could, and I would start getting more power, just more overall power. Let's take... That's extra... That's 4 gold more per turn. Yeah, well, I like gold. Let's do that. I'm going to change this down to start getting me more food. So that we can expand our towns a little more. And we'll have to start going to power in a minute. Oh, blue does that. Okay, that 2 armies now. Let's see, I wonder what blue's doing. They're not doing anything. Conquer river space. That's... We might do that. Because we spend 50 food, and we'll get 120 food in the end. We'll do that. So now they're actually pushing into my sea. They put some power into that, I guess. Sea power. I'll just take 2 more science. Okay, we could build a town there. Didn't I have a grassland? Is that what I got rid of my grasslands tile? I meant it. I did not mean to get rid of that one. Well, okay. So he's going to take that square from me. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to scooch over here. It doesn't do much good. Yeah. Need more power. So I think it's about time to start doing that. Inching my power up a little bit. Just my overall power. So we start pushing back on these guys. Green is actually getting real big. I got a lot of land. So they took that one from me. Spend 20 food and we get an extra power for a turn. I don't know if I ever get 50 food. I don't know. I'll get rid of that one. It's even right now. If I were to get another army, that'd be great. 56 bucks. And you can see where this so I'm getting a an army, but there's a waste coming in. But more until we get 3 power. Might lose something here. We'll be at 38 next turn. 38 monies. I'll take power in the mountains. We almost win that one. Blue's there. If blue wasn't there, we'd take that one. I could move up there, but then blue will just come around. It'd be wise to move my guy right there, and we can claim that mountain instead. Surely he'll just go there. Actually, he's going to go up here and defend that. Yeah. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. He didn't move. Okay, there's a good science one. Conquer a hill space. I'd like to do that. Plain space is not going to happen, I don't think. We're not going to get that one. I need to do that. Well, we need 56, which will be at 52 next turn. Okay, so we're almost there. Yellow's coming in. I think I want extra gold there. Man, so much. I really need these. If I get 100 bucks, or 100 science, I could start getting some good science. I only have 2 river tiles. The problem with saving this stuff is I'm squandering a lot of it. Let's squander. So we got 2 turns before we get another army. If I can click the thing right. There we go. Blue ran away. Let's go defend. If I spend 50 right now, I would get a lot more. I want my army now. Okay, blue's got some power. A lot more than I do. I only have 1. I'm trying to get I'm trying to get some money. So we only need 56. Let's do that. Okay, that's what we need. I won't spend any more money this turn. I will not spend any food. I will, however, get 4 more money. Okay, now let's build an army. I think Navy is what I want. Navy, I'm going to be kind of stuck over on this little spot over here. Okay, we're moving into conquering that. We're going to go buy ourselves a navy. And I think I might just put them, like, there. What if I just go over here and just start pushing back on blue? Let's go there. Now we're going to claim all 3 of these spots unless they put an army there. Which they will. We got to do this, though. That way they got to decide. Which do they defend? They do have a boat over here. But they either defend this guy or they defend this guy. We're going to take something of theirs. My food's not going to go anywhere. I need 24 to expand my towns. My science is... I could, like, fight better in the forest. I'm not doing that. I have 2 rivers. I'm going to keep saving this science. And we're going to lose this unless we do something. Yeah, we're losing that. Okay, do we want money? I'm going to go and let's get some food for 1 turn. So we can expand our towns. So you basically have to... You get that in the next turn. If we'd stayed there, we would have gotten that. Probably wouldn't have been a good idea, but... 1 more armies than cities. Double population. No thanks. So that's going to be claimed now, unless they get another army over there somehow. We've got enough food now to expand one of our towns. Which I'll expand this guy. And, of course, that's going to give me more money, more science, more money, and of course, we got to pay more food. So it's 8 people, though, now. I'll take more food per mountain. And we need 70 or 64 or 72 to get another army in here. My 25 bucks I've got, we could lower some of our wastes. Right now we're losing 2 per turn. Or nothing. This is the expensive one, is the power over here. I'll do 1 more turn here. I need to wrap this video up probably. I shouldn't dally here too long. They've pushed me back here. But we'll push into that one now. They'll probably just bounce back and forth. Conquer grasslands. Or spend this for extra power. You know what? Let's just take a look and see what we can get here. Real quick. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go ahead and spend this. I don't know if I can do both of them. This is the extra power for 3 turns. I'll take that. So now we're up there. I'm going to put money into here as well. And we'll get more power so we can do some pushing. And I'm going to spend my 40 on 2 more money. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get that unless he moves over there. He's actually gonna take... If he stays there, he's gonna take this spot and push my boat back. We gotta at least take it. Oh, I didn't see there's a blue army up here. I wasn't watching. They're pushing into my land here. There we go. So we moved over there to save that. So it just sort of switched some things around. And they're gonna move around, you know, and all that. As time goes on, of course. Or next turn they're gonna move around and try to not lose their squares. So that's kind of how the game plays out. You can see how it's kind of a back and forth for a while until whoever expanded the most can start getting enough money and food, money most importantly, to start putting into power, which then that power translates into into conquering things. And you can see it all going on right there. And where our power is being distributed, we're putting everything we can into here, but we're spending all of it. We got all this waste now. So we'll have 4 next turn. Can I buy this next one? I need 20 food for that. So next turn I can do it. We get more. Let's see if it's going to do us any good. Probably not. He's going to push that one back. Oh, we'll get that one. Get that one again. We push into there. Oh, you know what? Yeah. So we can get... Can we get both these? Let's get some power. Let's just do some... Let's push around a little bit. I don't have any units really to do a lot of pushing, but we can like maybe move this guy there, and maybe we'll get like a whole bunch. He's gonna move 1 army there, but I might be able to get all that pushed in. We got like what, a couple turns of this. This isn't a very long-winded strategy, but it's working for a minute. We could do it again. Eliminate an empire, we get a free tech. So it's working. We can go put him down here. even with that army there, we're winning this match because of our power that we have now. Up to 5 now. Now we need money to sustain that power, or we need to make sure we lower this. I will lower the that a little bit. What do we need for an army? Needs 64. All that power. You can see where that power is going. Like, I'm not getting any resources, but I am getting power to push this stuff back. They actually held that one. Oh, in the most C, we're nowhere near there. All hills yield techs. We can move faster, or cost less food to move. We'll claim over there unless he moves. He might take that. I need to call it a day here. I will. Just a minute. let me a little more. I have one island. That one there. That's kind of a waste. We got 2 rivers. I think putting it into power, like if we get sea power, it might be nice. Grassland would be better. 60. It's only 1 point away. Problem is we're going to start losing all of this real soon. Because my power is going to start dwindling with those cards going away. Yeah, they've got both of them in there. Oh, we got his boat all over there. Push that one back. Now we're pushing on my other side. We're not actually doing it until we can get him over there. Was it 30 food also? Yeah, we don't, because we can't do that one. Now we're done 4. They're just going to move over there. Actually pushing into me there. Anyway, I got to call it a day. That's what we're going to do that. Right now, we're going to call it a day. Thanks for watching. This is Ozymandias. Oh, wish they're still pushing it back. It is available now. It's on Steam. I'll put links down below, of course, and you can check it out. And thanks again for watching. Look at Carthage, and the Gaul's giant as well. They got a lot of room there. Carthage. That's the first time I played this. Carthage was giant as well. They are the very easy one. They're kind of off by themselves there. Anyway, this is Ozymandias. I do want to show off a couple of game modes as well, though, while we're here, before we call it a day. And we've got, of course, the different maps. There is a multiplayer, asynchronous multiplayer that you can play. There's like 50 different civilizations across all the different maps. The story campaign kind of takes you in through like a bit of a tutorial, really, with it. I'm not sure. I didn't read that, but I'm not sure what's going on over here. But yeah, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. That's the whole thing. And I'll show off one more map, though, because the maps are kind of neat. The graphics been updated since I played the demo. Let's take a look at... Let's go to Asia. Let's take a peek at what Asia looks like. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Okay. And there's also a China map. And of course, there's a couple around here. There's Indus Valley, and there's a couple around India. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.